Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my channel is basically all about DIYs and sewing and fashion. And in this video, I made this v-neck zipper dress, and I got the inspiration from a post that I saw on Instagram, but it was more like a winter look, but I decided to change it up and make it into a like spring/summer look by adding, a little fun and color to it. Just love the fabric, and I got this fabric from fabric.com. I've been buying most of my fabric from there lately because the shipment's great, and then also they have a lot to choose from, and it's very easy to pick out your fabric. The only thing I hate about buying fabric online is that sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get, but it's also an option to get swatches. Definitely buy swatches before I buy fabric, definitely, especially if you have an important project to do. But back to the topic about this dress that I made. I'm actually going to post a full picture right here of me wearing it so you can see the full effect. Right now you just see this part of me. But basically all you're going to need is some fabric. I actually used one of my jumper suits that had the little v-neck cut to it, and I just add like a tight fit, like how I would want a bodycon outfit to be. Without further ado, I'm going to show you the video. So I'm using this romper that has a v-neck already on the bodice, and I'm using a tracer to basically trace around the perimeter about a half an inch. So I'm my measuring tape to basically measure how long I want the dress or how short I want the dress. So I'm just measuring from my shoulder all the way down to my legs, which I think it was like 30 inches, if I'm not mistaken, because I didn't want it to be too long or too short, because I know the zipper was only going to stop at one point and it was going to have like a middle gap, and I didn't want it to be like showing my vagina. So now I am tracing down the middle to make sure it's even so I can place my zipper. But in order for me to place my zipper, I'm going to have to cut straight down the middle. But I wanted to be extra careful and remove the bottom so I can just cut the top without having to cut both, because my brain will cut both and I have two slits where I only want one slit, if that makes sense. So since I made that middle slit in the front of the dress, I'm sewing like a little bit like the edge inside, which is like hemming, so I can add the zipper to a clean opening. that's over with. So since I'm done hemming, I'm going to add the zipper. And when you add a zipper, you want to make sure that the zipper is pinned on the right side of the fabric. But you want to make sure also that the zipper is facing downward. So after that side, you want to do the same on the other side. After I'm done adding the zipper to the front, I'm going to start with the back and basically hem the top part of the back, which is like in the shape of a V, just like the collar. Now it's time to place the front and the back together so I can start sewing it basically as one garment. And just so I can add in there, I did top stitch on top of the zipper just so I can give it a clean look. Just wanted to add that in there. So now I'm sewing the shoulder part, and then after I'm going to start sewing the side seams. So I did get a little bored and I started watching TV on YouTube. I'm basically adding bias tape onto the shoulders, which I wind up also adding to my neckline and also to the back of the dress because I felt like it gave it more of a sturdy, clean look. And it also held up better than what it was when I just sewed the edges in. So basically I just pinned it around, and I like to pin it around instead of cutting it because I feel like sometimes I do cut it too short, and I just pin it right along and then I cut where I want it to be. And then I add the two together and then sew it together. And I bought the bias tape from Joann's, and I think it's double bias tape, which is like more width to it than the single bias tape. So I'm just going to have the link down below of which type of bias tape I had.
So after I sewn on all the bias tape that I want on the edges, I pressed it down so it could get rid of that crease that was in the middle because I just didn't like the way that looked. And after that, I'm gonna start hemming the bottom part, which is the bottom of the dress. I know I always make things sound so complicated sometimes. And that will be all, my friends. And it barely took me, I want to say, about 2.5 days. And it's just because I run up and down with the girls. And I know you guys hear them in the back, but I swear it's like, it's inevitable to have a clean audio without them all sleeping. Or, I don't know. I just don't know.
Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And I'll see you next week. Bye.